We spent today fine-tuning a couple of things in the studio, and it didn't feel super productive, but it was, and here's why. If you've ever read Atomic Habits, which all of you should read Atomic Habits. I don't care if you want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want if you be creative. I don't care. But in Atomic Habits, it talks about the idea of getting 1% better every single day. 1% improvement in what you do. In terms of what we do here, we balance this tension of being productive in output, which is good, and improving our systems and our daily practices. So today I put together that little opening drop. Those of you guys that are here in the live, you saw it. And that drop allows us to separate the videos because we're creating a new system in how we're editing videos. And I'm gonna tell you guys something else we're gonna be improving on here in just a second. Some of you guys might be inside about those of you guys that are like geeked out. This is what it's looking like. We, instead of just having Chris manually take all the videos, chop them up. Chris is our latest full-time employee, just came on staff full-time with us. Instead of having him take these streams, chop them down, take out the trigger words, take out any profanity that's in the videos, clip out when I'm Googling or when I'm researching, instead of having him do that manually, what we're going to do is have that little bumper where it goes mods, right? We're going to, I'll play one more time for you. Moving on. Mods!
Ruslan.
So that's going to be the thing that separates each topic. We're going to take the stream, and the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to open it right up in QuickTime, and based on that guide, clip every single topic in its own video. So now when the stream is done, all the videos, we're going to get chopped up right away. And then we're going to find probably my nephew to come in to take every single video, to take all those videos and first run them through Descript, to take out the filler words, to take out the profanity and the trigger words, to do a basically rough part where we're taking out long fillers of pauses, run it through this script. Once that's done through this script, then we're going to go through and open them up in Premiere or Final Cut, do the fine-tuning of adding the in-between call to actions like a reminder to subscribe or a reminder to do all these things. Why? So that our process is more streamlined and we're leveraging the AI capabilities of Descript. We're leveraging the seamless flow from Descript and using transcriptions. Descript is another software to use transcriptions. You can remove filler words, you can remove profanity, trigger words, all those different things. And we're removing things in a more automated fashion instead of Chris having to manually click every time we say a filler word, slice, go in, mute it, take it out, right? All of those different things are going to streamline our process and make it faster. And so today we were playing with this idea, and it honestly pushed the day out a little bit, and then Zach created that little drop. But it's in the consistency of improving our own process and our own systems, and where we can leverage technology and things like AI, we will, and then ultimately creating a system that allows Chris to just get to the creative as quickly as possible. And what we probably are going to do is bring on my nephew to come in, who is going to then separate all the files, clean up and take out all the profanity, and then by the time Chris or Zach gets to the videos, they're just dropping in, adding the call to actions, flowing into any type of creative endeavors like finding the intro and dropping that little teaser in the beginning of the videos on the Blessed God Studios channel. So all of this in the short term is costing us something. Okay, I'll give you another example of something else. And I'm going to drive this home to you guys in a minute, so just stay with me. Just bear with me. In the short term, another thing we're thinking about doing is I just picked up one of these. Anybody know what these are right here? These, have you guys seen what these are? These are the Blackmagic 4K cinema cameras. Blackmagic Pocket 4K cinema cameras. The Blackmagic cinema cameras are more streamlined to work with our video switcher. Basically, we can control our cameras right from the video switcher through an HDMI port. They'll have a little light on top of each camera where we'll know which camera is actually on at the time. So I'll know if I'm looking here or if I'm looking right. And I could control autofocus from those. And we could use all of our same Sigma art glass for all the lenses, all the cameras. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing to our newest YouTube channel, Mastermind My Business, the channel where you get access to information on how to create, how to grow, and how to learn. But I wanted to show you something kind of crazy. Over 71% of the people that watch this channel are not subscribed. Please consider subscribing, turning that bell notification on so you don't miss anything. All right? I appreciate you. Our process is going to be more streamlined in terms of how we can control our cameras. It's going to look better because the Blackmagic cinema cameras are nuts. It'll future-proof us for 4K once Blackmagic puts out a 4K video switcher. We're running the A10 Mini, and it will ultimately improve the quality of our streams 1% better every single day. In our case, it would be, I don't know, once. We're thinking about how to make stuff better all the time, right? The production, the editing, the content I'm picking, using stuff like Discord to get ideas from you guys, thinking of different things that are coming out. A lot of it is honestly listening to the audience. So why do I say all this? The Blackmagic stuff is costing us something in the short term. Cameras are expensive, believe it or not. It's about $1,300 per camera for the body, plus the converter, the Metabones converter. So we're looking at, which is about $650. So we're looking almost over $2K per camera. We're going to do 6 of them. So the podcast set will have all new Blackmagic cameras. It's costing us something in the short term to improve incrementally. Okay. And we're just not jumping out the window and just buying all Blackmagic cameras. I bought one, bought the converters, going to test it out. But the cost in the short term will yield a result in the long term. The commitment to slow our day down to create a more refined system like editing and leveraging AI and tech will allow us a more streamlined process so we can continue scaling what we're doing here, which is ultimately is a media business that is anchored in communicating Christian truth and talking about a couple different topics right now across 3 channels, eventually across 4 channels, and we'll incorporate more personalities as we go. It's a short-term sacrifice and a short-term investment and a short-term bump in the road for a long-term return on investment in these things. And here's the deal. Whether you're looking at getting in a YouTube space, whether you're looking at starting a business, whether you're looking at improving your health, the short-term sacrifice and the reorienting yourself with a better routine, the better the long-term will be. And so even some of you guys here in the chat, you're too serious about stuff that doesn't matter. You're doing just fine. I'm doing just fine, but is the goal to do just fine? I'm just asking, do you want to do just fine in your marriage? Do you want to do just fine in your family? Do you want to do just fine with your health? Do you want to do just fine in your walk with God? Do you want to just do fine? Or do you want to be excellent? Do you want to be above board everyone else? See, because this isn't just for me to be just fine. I don't want to be just fine. And if you want to be just fine, that's on you. I'm not mad at you. No judgment here. But I want to be excellent. I want to go above and beyond, right? Because when it comes to verses like Colossians 3:23, which maybe we should look at for context, right? Whatever you do, let's look it up. Because I think this is a good point. This is a good conversation. This is a good conversation because I get it. I get the tension of, hey, let's be content. Absolutely. Absolutely. But at the same time, let's also be focused on getting better. So this is the verse that drives me. One of the verses that drives me. Just this is how my faith works. Okay. Work willingly at whatever you do as though you were not working, as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people. So it's not about being a perfectionist for the sake of being a perfectionist. It's about being excellent and going above and beyond, because ultimately what I'm doing is that I'm doing it in the name of Jesus, which means I'm attaching God to it. And if I can make something 1% better over the course of time, thinking about it, 1% better over the course of a year, we've streamlined our process, we're improving the quality, the topics are better, all of these things are consistently improving. All of these will position us to be the front thought leaders, not just in the Christian space, but beyond the Christian space. That I can also use that as a tool to reach people on YouTube that maybe aren't familiar with Jesus, but they click into a video like this because the packaging is dope, and then they watch the first couple seconds of it and it looks great, right? On top of other creators that are reaching out, creators that I'm a fan of, that all of a sudden start watching my stuff because they see that we're above board and we're taking and innovating how we do YouTube. And so no, my trust is not in technology. Technology is a tool, just like money's a tool. So it's not that trust is in technology, it's in my trust is in God giving me the resources and the mind to improve incrementally so that I could steward the very best. My trust is in, I'm the guy that's been given 5 talents. That's how I see my life. Even though I've had to overcome adversity, I'm the guy that's been given 5 talents. I'm not going to bury them. And folks that are here, you've come a long way within a year, right? You guys are noticing it. But you know who else is noticing it is not folks that watch the channel regularly is not Christians. It's other thought leaders and other content creators and other niches. And so because the YouTube the microcosm of YouTube is small, and so other people are noticing it and checking it out, saying, oh, they're actually doing some interesting stuff. And then we're getting calls and, hey, can you help us? And it's allowing us to be in positions that we can influence with the gospel because we're leading the charge from a technology system standpoint. I want to build the biggest thing with the least amount of complexity. And sometimes that takes us being intentional. That's a fun process. But I'm also I enjoy creating and streamlining things. And so if you think it's vain, cool, then that's not yours. But I promise you, if you approached your day to day in terms of trying to figure out how you can improve little by little in your devotional time with God, and your fitness and your health and your financial literacy and the skills that you have and the way you're present in your home, all of those different things over time will make you better. And if you don't want to be better, then I don't even know what the point of it is. I don't even know why you're watching this channel. If you just want to be mediocre at everything, then I don't know, man. Like, that sucks for you. That's not my heart. That's not what I want to be. That's definitely not the community I want to build here. I want us specifically us who come in the name of Jesus, I want us to be excellent and efficient. And it comes to being, and that comes down to 1% better, in my opinion. And it's just my opinion. It's just how I roll. And if you don't like that, then cool.
Hey, this is a segment from our daily after party stream. Consider partnering with us online for as little as $5 a month to get access to these daily after party streams completely unedited. You'll also get access to our podcast as they are streamed live into the community before anyone else gets to see them, get to interact with our guests, get access to our private Discord server, and a discount code for our store for as little as $5 a month. Ultimately, that will help towards helping us continue contextualizing the gospel using media and podcast here on YouTube. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.